So what do you do when your friend gives you a random engine part? Well, you turn it into something else and give it back to him as a gift. Hey guys, Mike here again. Thanks for clicking this video. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. A couple years ago, Paul Brodie gave me this off casting of an Excelsior engine head. He was going to throw it away, and I thought to myself, you know, I'll grab it. It looks pretty cool. And it's been sitting on my shelf for a couple years, and I thought to myself, you know what? I should do something with it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this into a desk lamp and give it back to Paul as a reminder of the project that he spent many years on. So back in 2011, I took Paul Brodie's frame building course, and it was a wonderful experience. He ended up just living down the road from me, and we actually became good friends. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, please have a look. I'll put a link in the description below. He's got tons of fabrication about mountain bikes and motorbikes and various stuff in the shop, and it's really interesting. So if you haven't been to his channel, please have a look. I don't have a really general idea how it's going to look or shape up, but I do know we're going to mix up some material. So we'll use some steel, some brass, and some wood, and we'll make it like a steampunk type of vibe out of it. So the heart of this will be this LED vintage bulb. It only produces 4 watts, so it'll give us a nice warm glow. Brass style light socket with a black cloth cord. We're going to be going with a rotary switch here. And I have this mini lampshade. It's all black, so I'll match the cord. We're all going to mount it on this piece of mahogany here. So we'll use this as a base. We'll have the light switch here, we'll have the arms coming out here, and we'll mount some feet underneath it, and the arms will be made out of the base as well, so all kind of matchy-matchy. And then we'll use this steel for the standoffs for the arms, and then we'll use this brass here to make some adjustment knobs for the arms as well. So the first part of the issue is how we're going to feed everything through the portholes of the head here. So I have this threaded round hollow rod here, so we'll push this in here, and we'll have to figure out a way to mount it on the bottom. So we'll have to make some type of plate and screw that in, and then the wire will feed in through there and then come up through the arms. So that's the one issue, and the other issue is the rotary switch. So I'm going to have to mount the rotary switch on the inside and make a long shaft that comes through and a little knob on top here. So that's going to be a little bit tricky, so we'll have to figure out how to do that. And like I say, we're just going to wing it, and we're going to figure it out as we go. So I got all the bottom all figured out. I ended up making a custom bracket that fits perfectly into the cylinder head. And so that bolts into place. It's all threaded and tapped. And then we have that hollow rod again, and that will slide in through here and mount to the bottom side there, and that will get bolted into place as well. And so the cord can go in through here and out the inside, and then I have the switch. And the switch goes into the other side. And we'll make a custom shaft knob that goes down, and through the intake port here we will put a little set screw in, and we can attach the switch so that'll allow us to turn it. So we just finished some lathe work, and we turn this down and we bored a hole through it. We're going to mount this in here, we'll weld that on. This will go down into the cylinder head, and the wire will then feed in through there. And what we'll also do is we'll weld on some tabs where the arm can stick out on there. Finish welding this little adapter piece on. So that's going to sit right on top there like that. And I'll drill a hole through here, and then the wooden arms will sting up from that. And that will allow the wire to go through here and then down into the hole there. So we'll just have to finish this up. We'll grind it all nice and smooth and file it smooth and drill a hole in it, and then we will weld it to this. So we got the bracket all done here, and we're just going to weld it on to the other disc that we made. You can see the hole there where the wire is going to go through, and this is where the wooden arm is going to attach to. So I went ahead and put a knurl on this piece of brass, and I put a hole in the end here to accept the switch. And we'll put a set screw in here, and that will hold it in place. And then this knurl here will be on top, and you can flick it on and off. So we got the bottom section all completed. We have the bracket to mount the arm all done and mocked up, and we have the switch. So that's all machined out of brass and it's good to go. So now we're going to go ahead with the wood. So I'm going to make the base, and we're also going to do the arms out of this as well. So I got the wood all cut up, turned out pretty good. I still have to round the corners on the bottom here, but the head fits perfectly right here like that. I also have the stringers, so I'm going to go 2 on the bottom like that, and we'll do 1 on the top. We'll knurl some more brass sections here so we can have a tension adjustment at the bottom, middle, and where the lampshade is. So most of the metal fabrication is completed. I just gave all the steel pieces a couple coats of black spray paint. I don't have a fancy spray booth, so this will have to do. So we just did our last bit of machining. We needed to make the adjustment arm locks for the arm here. So we took the brass around and we knurled it, and we made a set of these. So we'll need 3 of these lock capture nuts. And basically it is a stainless steel carriage bolt. And then we have our little capture nut. And I use a mill end, a flat bottom mill end, to do a little countersink. And then that will be able to put tension on the arm to keep it in whatever position you want. So that's that done. And then I also, to mount the head onto the plate here, what I ended up doing was getting some stainless steel 3/8 bolts, and then I ground and sanded the little maker's marks off, and that will bolt right through there and it will hold it down onto this piece of wood. All the sanding's done. We'll go ahead and put our top coat on. We're going to use this tried and true Danish oil. It's pretty much a polymer linseed oil, and we'll transfer it into another vessel here so we don't contaminate the can. We'll give it 1 coat, let that cure, and we can do the final assembly. Here's all the pieces for the desk lamp, all neatly laid out, ready for final assembly. There's over 45 pieces required to put this lamp together. Well, the lamp's all completed. The one last thing to do is put the bulb in, so let's give that a shot. There you go. Awesome. I'm actually quite impressed the way this turned out. When you wing things, you never know what the end result's going to be, but this turned out pretty awesome. I'm sure Paul will be impressed as well. As a matter of fact, I think I want to make myself one as well, so hopefully he has another head kicking around that I can take off of him and build my own little lamp. Well, leave a comment below if you like this type of project. I don't mind doing more of them for you people. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.